Howdy folks, welcome to Houston, Texas, where the temperature is 100 degrees and it's freaking hot out. But boys, doesn't look like we're in Houston. This is most definitely Midtown Manhattan, Monday afternoon, about 5 o'clock p.m. Temperature is 61 Fahrenheit, 16 Celsius. And it's not sunny, as you can see. In fact, I got a notification on my phone that there's some rain, but I don't see any rain coming down. Let's hope it doesn't rain because I didn't bring my umbrella. But we're here in front of the Apple Store on 5th Avenue. I actually think I need to visit the Apple Store pretty soon because this phone is having trouble transferring files. Now that I think about it. Thank goodness I have Apple Care on it though. I think ever since I dropped this phone in the Boston area, it's been giving me issues. But I think I'll try to get it replaced by the end of this week. See if it helps. Lisa, UK girl, you remember that when I fell over? It wasn't a fun day for me when that happened. Thankfully, I escaped with nothing more than a bruise on my hand, but my equipment suffered a lot of damage. Had to get a brand new mic, but this phone actually, I didn't think it caused me issues then. It just looks like the corner of it got scuffed up a bit. But I think internally, it got shook up because the file transfer isn't as good as it used to be. Like I would plug in my iPhone cable and the computer will detect it and then it'll not detect it. And it doesn't do it with the other phones I have. My gosh. What madness. Oh, thank you, Stacy. You enjoy my coverage of Comic-Con? None of these cars can go. And what's interesting here is there's a long line of barricades on this block of 5th Avenue across the street from Trump Tower. But then again, Donald Trump has been in the news recently. I think it's kind of expected they have to ramp up security around here. This building is open to the public, by the way, until 10 p.m. Wow, look at this. Even on this block, it's full of barricades. I like to see how far this goes down. Hopefully this is the last block. Just looks like it's this block. I'm going to turn left here just to see what's happening around the back. Maybe I could actually go over to Park Avenue. It's been a while since I've walked that street. It'll also be a lot less crowded than Fifth. There's one barricade by itself here. I felt a little bit of raindrops. Strange because I didn't see any rain in the forecast until I got here. It's such an amazing public space. A lot of people don't know about it. All right, barricades on this side as well. Yep, I got caught in the rain with no umbrella, but at least I got this. The weather app says this rain should end in about 50 minutes. I hope that's accurate. I'm actually going to change my plans because this rain is coming down and not go over to Park Avenue. But I'm going to continue walking down Madison Avenue and find an entrance into Grand Central Madison. I don't want to risk my equipment getting too wet with no umbrella. I do have to walk a little bit to get there though. I think the soonest I can get into Grand Central is 48th Street. Still have 7 blocks to go. Keep saying that's a drizzle here. I think it's a little more than a drizzle. It's enough to be uncomfortable without an umbrella. Leads music, please refrain from talking politics in the chat. There's also Republicans who wreck cities too, not just Democrats and other political parties around the world. A lot of people got caught without umbrellas. Lots of improvisation. RC saying this weather in New York is crazy. You haven't seen anything yet. You know, it feels like the rain is stopping now. I'll wait a little bit and see how it is. RC, you live in the Upper West Side and it's not raining here at all. That's what I got also on my phone. It said it was raining, but it wasn't. And then as soon as I start my live stream, a few minutes into it, it starts raining. My guess is probably very isolated. Yeah, it stopped raining already, pretty much. Just got a little wet.
Okay.
Before it's too late, say it's not raining here in Brooklyn. I think it's extremely localized because if you look over here, there's blue skies. But then on this side, it's rain clouds. And further down there, it looks clear as well. Didn't really last too long. This is the rear of St. Patrick's Cathedral. I see they still haven't taken off the scaffolding for the Lotte New York Palace. It's going to take some time for this to get completely renovated. David, I didn't take an umbrella because the weather forecast said it would be clear today. John MC saying strange rush hours. Everyone looks so young, no middle-aged or older people. Maybe it's because I've gotten much older, not as crowded on the streets as it used to be. I actually think the median age in New York is around 35 or so, according to some surveys. So it makes sense you're seeing a lot of younger people. And I also feel that New York has a lot of things and activities geared towards younger people. Now right over here is something that I wanted to see. This is the new JP Morgan Chase headquarters building, which is going up pretty quickly. There was a skyscraper here before, and they had to take apart that old skyscraper floor by floor before they could start building this. It is a massive project. It is the largest bank in the United States by assets. When I was here last time, I didn't even see this exterior. They were just putting up the framing and the steelwork. James Hall, thank you for $10. Try to stay dry. This elevator entrance is not sufficient enough to fit everybody in. Thank you, James. Appreciate it. This is incredible. Once this building gets constructed, there's going to be new entrances to Grand Central right underneath. I'm going across the street on Park Avenue, and we'll get another angle. Simon Burr says, enjoy your ATM and late fees. There are ways to avoid them. But if you go to Las Vegas and use the ATMs at the casinos where they charge you like $8 to withdraw your own money, then I think the blame should fall on you. Got a great view of the Hemsley building and MetLife building behind it. It's Capital One. I think that's the headquarters of Capital One on Park Avenue. By the way, everyone, I would consider this area to be like the financial district of New York now. Not really so much Wall Street and Lower Manhattan. Many of the big banks moved from there. The Wall Street area is getting increasingly more and more residential. Just take a look at this amazing skyscraper. This is what happens when a bank has a fortress balance sheet, as Jamie Dimon puts it. That's the CEO of JP Morgan Chase.
I know, because you're Sally.
Once again, another look. And on this side is another JP Morgan Chase building. The bank pretty much moved most of its employees over here, while the one across the street is under construction. By Mikola 1, you believe the Japanese consulate is behind me? Yeah, I think it is. I was looking for it one time. I didn't see any flags outside the building, but I know it's in there. John MC is number 1 Chase Plaza at South Ferry still standing. I have to take another look there. I'm not certain anymore. Yeah, Maki, they've been converting financial district office space into apartments, but it's not that easy to do. People think it's very easy just to turn an office space into residential, but there's a lot of investment required. Floors need to be sectioned off. Everything needs to be rewired. The plumbing needs to be rerouted. The elevators need to be rearranged. And not only that, the city may not even allow you to convert it to residential space because it's zoned for commercial. Oh, John, you're not certain either. You recall when Pan Am went up? Yeah, we're about to see it. Right after we get past this passageway. What's the name of the tunnel in front of me? This is East Hemsley Walk because it goes through the Hemsley building. There's also a West Hemsley Walk. I know it gets kind of confusing around here because it really goes back to Grand Central Terminal's history. When the Vanderbilts owned the trains, they were having financial issues, so instead of running trains, actually one of their biggest businesses was real estate. So they sold off the ground above their tracks, allowed developers to build on top of the tracks, and this is what we have today. All these buildings erected on and on top of Grand Central Terminal. They made a lot of money selling off their real estate and allowing developers to build on top of the tracks. And this is the MetLife building. Was the Pan Am building, as John MC said. That was a airline that went under. Kind of funny that Pan Am was the namesake of the building. Meanwhile, they were competing against the railroad. But that's what happens when the railroad goes out of style. It's not the most efficient way to travel anymore because we got airplanes. Actually, I take that back. It depends because railroads are better for like now this is Grand Central Terminal. I'm actually going to stand off to the side a bit. I need to double check my connection because I think it's giving me some issues. X Motion asking if T-Mobile service is good. It depends, but I've come to find out that they're getting more and more reliable. I may end up switching to T-Mobile when I do my live streams. Just because I find Verizon's been very choppy lately. I think ever since they put up some more towers for 5G and getting rid of their legacy towers, there's been a reduction in reliability. But their 5G millimeter wave doesn't really penetrate buildings that well.
Attention incoming customers, your 555 train to South Norwalk. Making Stanford the first stop.
Unless it could also be a problem with my phone too.
Your 555 train to South Norwalk. Making Stanford the first stop. Will be departing from track 15 on the road. Attention Union Line customers, your 555 train to South Norwalk. Making Stanford the first stop. Will be departing from track 15 on the road.
You know what? Now that I'm talking about it, maybe I should get this phone checked out. And just get it replaced under Apple Care. I think that's going to be a plan. After I'm done with this stream, I'm gonna head to the Apple store and get this checked out. Missing purple cow, that's an instantly recognizable street corner. 42nd Street, most well-known crosstown street in New York. Let's head over to 6th Avenue. I don't want to walk up 5th again. Thank you, Tamara, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate the support. Thank you. I'll head over to the Apple store. And get this replaced. I think it's the only way. I think it costs around $100 to replace an iPhone under Apple Care. I'm a little bit bummed out about paying the fee just after a few months after I replaced the battery on this phone. It made a big difference, but had I known I was going to suffer a fall in Boston and this phone continuing to degrade in performance and reliability, I don't think I would have replaced the battery. Adam asked if there's video from the fall. I was live streaming when it happened. You could see me falling over. Dutchman asked if I consider getting a Samsung phone. I do have one, but I just find that iPhones, they handle heating issues and temperature a lot better than Samsung's. Not the 15 Pro and 15 Pro Max though. Many reviewers have stress tested them and they don't really do it too well in the heat. Bryant Park Winter Village is still going up.
He hasn't done that for Taekwondo. Like, he's in so many extracurriculars, so like, we never.
Robert says fall colors late on trees. I would say probably next week we'll be starting the peak fall foliage.
Got it.
And see that, Kevin? Tourists are coming in for the holidays, but also here a lot of office workers, since it is the start of rush hour.
No. I did the first move. No. She's got to make the call. I'm going to swim it. That's what
Yeah, she said that I'm stuck to her face. I was like, she doesn't even like, she doesn't even say that close word. She just like her daughter.
Cinema English, I'm sure they do.
And then she was like, that's funny because her husband like told me that. And I was like, yeah, I know you. I honestly thought it was hilarious and endearing.
As far as which side do I see most of the New Yorkers on that issue with Israel and Palestine, I would say most New Yorkers would side along with Israel because there's actually a significant Jewish population here in New York. Outside of Israel, New York has the most Jewish people. Alex 22 says all propaganda when it comes to that. I don't really like talking about politics or current events too often. War is not a fun subject to talk about. And I do wish all wars would stop. Let's see if Adele's Halal is still busy over by Rockefeller Center. Veronique, yeah. I wish there's peace over the world too. And no suffering as well. There's still the war on germs that I'm happy that most people are back to doing normal activities now. But what happened 2-3 years ago was extremely scary. Seeing the entire world shut down. Yeah, I can't believe the preparations for Christmas are already starting in Bryant Park. It's just the middle of October. I hope the person gets the help they need.
Why would you do that?
He doesn't look well at all, this guy. He's just flailing wildly on the sidewalk and running back and forth. Yeah, I'm very concerned for that person.
But the fact that you acknowledge that.
Roxanne Para, thank you so much for $4.99. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support.
EVP of Comcast.
Charlie, Brian, thank you for $4.99. Appreciate the support.
Mika.
Hey, I know this person.
I think you're right, Dad.
How's it going? What's up? It's Afraz Explorers.
How you doing?
Doing good. I need to get my phone replaced though. It's not acting too well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go end off here by the train station.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk to the Apple store.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you get in the 15?
No, I'm getting this phone replaced at 13
30?
because it's not transferring files well anymore and like it's really slow.
Oh wow. You should try the 15.
Yeah, I could.
See how it works.
Yeah.
If it works well, you can do with it. Alright, I'll see you.
All right. See you.
Have a nice day.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I don't think the second person behind that guy
What the fuck?
knew who I was, just waving. Afraz Explorers also makes a lot of videos similar to mine.
And he goes, he looks, he gets to me and goes,
Hong Mao says trade in for a brand new phone. I could,
what's going on? I was like, why are you hungry?
but unfortunately I think Apple Care only replaces it with the same exact model, which isn't a bad thing. I like the iPhone 13. Here's Adele's Famous. I can't remember the last time I stood in line for this food cart. But they're really good. They give you a lot of food too.
My sister's.
Is this the Big Apple or what?
I lived there, and I was like half asleep.
How are you, man?
Good, dude. I watch your videos.
All right. I think this Big Apple was introduced over the past holiday, and it's still here. Or past holiday season, rather. It's called La Gran Manzana. Manzana is Spanish for apple. Alex, does it look like a cherry to you? I don't know, that's a pretty big apple. Wizard saying, Radio City, you love that place? Famous for this Christmas spectacular with the Rockettes. Oh, they have a timeline now. Opens November 17th. My jacket is completely dry now from the rain earlier. New Chase branch is coming soon on the corner of 6th and 51st. As you can see, I said Midtown Manhattan is the new financial district. UBS right here. And that's, yeah, Christmas decorations already being put up. Even Saks Fifth Avenue, which we didn't get to see today, that one's getting ready really early. John MC says more buffering, you might make it to the nick of time to the Apple Store. Yeah, even with Verizon, as unreliable as it is, or starting to be, I don't think it should be this bad, so replacing the phone might make it work better.
Yeah. What is that? A lot?
What I like to do, instead of walking up 6th Avenue as I normally do to Central Park, I want to make a right here, check out the Museum of Modern Art. Otherwise known as the MoMA. Hey, man.
Kid with the action.
Yeah. Nice
How
to meet you.
doing, man?
Doing good.
Man, you've been around the world and back, man.
I'm trying.
Yo, man, I'm telling you, man, you've done it. Tell me what's next, man.
Well, staying in New York for a bit.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. There's so much traffic now. Thanks, James. Thanks for all you do. Going to be seeing Billy Joel again in Madison Square Garden in the spring. You've given me some great ideas for the next trip.
Actually,
Awesome.
How many years have it been, man? How many years have you since the first video?
Oh, I've been uploading since like beginning of 2017.
2017.
Yeah.
So we're talking about at least 5 going on
Five,
6.
5, 6 years
6
now.
years now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like YouTube has changed a lot? Do you feel like it's getting better for the person that's make the creator, the content creator?
I would say it's about the same now.
Because think about it, right? Facebook has demonetized itself.
Yeah.
Instagram, they don't pay anymore.
Yeah. I mean, YouTube is kind of getting harder too now.
It's getting
Like
harder.
for newer creators, it's very tough for them to get discovered and everything. And even the established ones, like their brands and like ad revenue, it's getting stagnant too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So what's going to be the future, man, for content creators?
Who knows? Yeah.
Hold on.
All right.
Let me see if this. Yeah, where it go? Yeah. So you saying to me that who knows? Maybe websites. You think that could be? the
Yeah.
way?
I mean, I don't know now.
You don't know.
Maybe with AI, stuff is changing, you know?
The AI thing is making things hard. So
It's
the
hard.
AI could end up being the best like content creator.
Yeah. I mean, I've even talked about, I'm like, AI could replace me. They say, ask, you know, a chat bot, no, not a chat bot, like an AI to make a walking video for you.
An AI kid.
Yeah. And give you like descriptions and everything. It's a virtual world.
And use your voice.
Yeah. Just say use Action Kid's voice. They already have voice reproduction already. Yeah.
Simulators and stuff,
It's
right?
crazy.
Yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
it. They have a lot of those. I think they have some Andrew Tate ones. They have some, of course, the Tupac and Biggie ones and stuff. But they're recreating voices like crazy.
I know, man.
Yo, Action Kid, man, I'm a big fan, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Yo, just keep on creating that content. You're the kid with the action.
Thank you.
For sure, man. And you know, I'll be in the comment section. Man. All right.
All
Check
right.
Me out, Chris Wolfie.
Okay.
Bet. Oh.
All right. Have fun, man. Let me cross the street first before I flip the camera around to thank James McCrory. Appreciate it, James. Thank you very much. That was an impromptu street interview I just did. But as I said, content creation is getting difficult. And I believe AI can really change things, stir things up. Yeah, Max, I've heard that too. People are dating AI chatbots as well. There's also AI art. And one day, there may be an AI walking video simulator. Make me a walking tour of New York City, Midtown Manhattan, using Action Kid's voice. There's your video. You don't need to watch me anymore.
You don't think that's far enough away? It's like...
Museum's closed for the day. They put up these black boards in front of the museum, but we can still see it just a little bit. American Andre channel. You want to make YouTube your full-time job because life for me in Jamaica is so hard. I have to tell you, YouTube's a lot of hard work too, just to get your channel started. You have to really keep your expectations realistic. I read an article, 90%, over 90% of YouTubers, they live below the poverty line. And when I first started YouTube, I didn't even plan on making YouTube my full-time career. But it just happened for me. John MC saying, from what you've heard, YouTube is highly labor intensive. I guess it really depends on the type of content you make and how involved you are in the channel. Because it can really go both ways. You can put a lot of work into YouTube, and then there's some who just record themselves at home sitting in their chair talking about topics, and that could be a way to do it too. But for what I do, I'm actually on the ground walking around and traveling to these places, getting in miles. That's in addition to what I do with the administrative side. And actually what I'm really concerned about the most when I do these walking videos is just being aware of the environment around me first, because as you can see here, there's a lot of people. You gotta be aware of everyone around you. and also all the environmental dangers as well. That comes first before actually focusing on the live stream and responding to comments. Because 99% of these people, I don't know who they are, I don't know what they want. I don't know if there's cracks in the ground. You might misstep. I have to care about my own health and take my security very seriously. Stylish Bunny says more stressful to walk with live stream, risk of getting attacked, accident, weather, and etc. Oh, it's a real possibility. Like if you're new to this, right? You'd say, oh, it's safe to walk now, but then, oh, whoops, look at that, right? But me, I've done this for a while. You can't just assume that there's going to be no obstacles in your way. Oh, we have to deal with these barricades by the Trump Tower again.
So he was such a perfect.
Mark says you're not worried someone will steal your phone or push it out of your hand. Oh, I'm always worried. And that's what happens when a lot of people think this is so easy to just walk around recording videos like this, and then the second they have a negative interaction with someone or an experience, it turns them off from doing this ever again. It can be very hard to deal with members of the public, because oftentimes they can act unpredictably. All right, finally I could go to the Apple store and try to get this phone replaced. Hopefully they have iPhone 13s in stock. Mark said it's cool that you don't care what people think of you when you record these videos. Yeah, you have to really have that mindset because there's always going to be some people who would think negatively of you. And I kind of feel that being recorded now has gotten more acceptable over the years. I feel like I got more pressure against recording in public when I first started this channel. I feel like back in 2017, 2018, people gave me more resistance. All right, let's hope I can get this phone replaced. All right, everyone. I want to thank you all for watching this live stream today of Midtown Manhattan. Came full circle here with the Apple Store, but I really need to get this done. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.